And a good morning, this is Dr. Lieven speaking to you on behalf of the VIP team. And this morning I wanted to share a few words that relate to some of the posts that I've placed on Facebook last night and this morning. They're the posts that relate to the meditation, sound meditation, a meditation for manifestation. Manifestation is some synonyms in the same context are creation, attraction, construction. So a meditation to attract into your life, a sound meditation to construct things into reality from what is in your mind and in your heart, to bring them out and come to see them in the world. And I had the very special privilege to be introduced personally to Dr. Dyer after I had read his books and listened to his tapes, even heard him in some seminars. When I met him personally in London, he shared a meditation at that time, which was this meditation. And I'm Flemish from background, which is the northern part of Belgium, and the Flemish people are known everywhere in the world as the most critical people in the world. They question everything. They basically don't believe anything until it kind of knocks you over the head at least 3 times. Then you kind of begin to say, maybe there is something I need to consider here. So we're very critically minded until we begin to see results, and then we become very loyal to that what brings a result, whether that is a doctor, whether that is a particular teaching that we follow. In this case, in my case, it was Dr. Dyer who gave me the tool, a very specific tool, because I wanted to self-finance a fairly major hotel project. It required about 12 million euros, and a project that was intended to be the global health resort. And so he gave me this meditation, which I urge you to at least consider to listen to it or about it. And I would very much urge you to at least go ahead, do what I did, which is go ahead and test it. Because, how can we believe in something until we've experienced it? Yeah. So this is one of those things. Do it, evaluate, and then make your decision, rather than trying to, that couldn't be. Because here is the tough part with this particular meditation. It is definitely not the difficulty of doing the meditation, because in fact all you're really doing is visualizing and uttering a sound along with the meditation or with the sound. The difficult part is coming to let go of the disbelief. The challenge is letting go of whatever self-barriers you have, which may be fear, which maybe you may not feel confident enough. The barriers that are there, that are standing between you and that what you wish for. Now, just in case you wonder whether or not you can achieve something, it all hinges on, can you desire it? Can you see yourself having it? Whatever that is. It may be a material thing, it may be a health related thing, it may be money, it may be whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. If you can eliminate the barriers to be able to receive it, well, then it's just sort of you put in your order, and much like you would order something from Amazon and then they ship it to you and then it arrives and then it becomes part of your life, in the same way we truly can conceive things. Now, I didn't believe that, but I was willing to put it to the test. So the test was simple. I will manifest, if this thing works, I will manifest at least 12 million euros. Well, I diligently, if I do a test, I do it good. I mean, what's the purpose if you're going to do something to only do it half-ass? You need to do it, you know, the way you're instructed to do it. And I got up every morning between 3 and 4 in the morning for 90 days, 3 months, every day. I didn't skip one day. I didn't make any excuse of, oh, today I don't feel like it. No, it didn't make any difference whether I felt like it or I didn't. I just did it because the instruction was emit the sound along with the visualization and then watch things be brought into your life. Well, literally within the week of the 90th day, I conceived an idea. It had to do with the domain name industry, which is a huge industry, and it was specifically in the .com. I ended up in less than a year with a project that had gone from the kitchen table, just an idea, to within a month a global corporation, within 6 months being the number 5 in the world. Within 12 months I was the number 1. Actually, nobody has ever matched it. I had the largest collection of generic quality domain names, and the low value was $200 million. Actually, the high value was $1.3 billion. So, am I a believer in the fact that this works? I would have to be an idiot now not to believe it. And therefore, it is a joy to share it. And I miss Wayne Dyer. For those of you who have read and listened and learned from Wayne Dyer, probably you too miss him as a friend, as a sort of a guiding father in terms of he never wanted to be a guru. He was very humble, such a wonderful, wonderful human being, such a wonderful spirit. I somehow hope he's listening in to what I'm sharing here, because he received this gift of this manifestation meditation from a very wise man, which you'll hear and see in the videos. I'll make sure down below this video that there is all the links you need to be able to pursue this if that's what you would like to do. So, okay, why am I sharing this now? Over the past week or so, last Sunday, as a matter of fact, early in the morning is when these people in Florida got shot in a very cruel and cowardly act, supposed to be some Islamic cleansing of homosexuals. What the hell is that anyways? Who are these people to even dare to be not only so stupidly judgmental, but to then in the most coward way go shoot innocent people? That is no religion. That is, to me, not even a philosophy, because if a philosophy or a religion doesn't begin with tolerance and doesn't begin and isn't founded in unconditional love and respect, it pretty much has already done with me. Now, I don't mean to impose any insult to the kind-hearted people who believe in the Islam way of thinking. I know there is great people out there, and but they too, I'm sure, got equally, or should get equally upset at such cowardly, extremist, truly terroristic acts. So what does this part have to do with what I just shared about manifestation? Well, we've got two of the ingredients in place to actually create, which is we have visual images and we have strong emotions. Those two are two of the very powerful components to bring things into existence. So we truly need to be very careful when we get upset about something really horrible and we feel the upset, we are emotionally agitated by it. In fact, and this is very contradictory, we at that point begin to create more of that. It has to do with the law of attraction. So, I'm the first one to admit, as a human being, I get upset. I too get angry. Actually, I get even more agitated when I see leaders who don't get upset. I mean, are you trying to protect such cowardly acts? No, we need to become aware of it. We need to acknowledge it. We need to see it. And then we can begin to reshape that reality. Well, when we're in pain, pain is a very powerful attractor. Along with pain generally are images, and along with pain generally are emotions. But unfortunately, if we stick with the pain images, the anger images, the frustration images, and all the emotions surrounding that, we're precisely creating and attracting more of that what we're concentrating on. So we really have to do sort of a 180-degree flip around with that. And that is, it's okay to get upset, and please do, because it is upsetting, the act of seeing innocent people being killed. In my own home country, Brussels, the terrorist act, Paris, the terrorist act, all these things, they are, God forbid if we ever become so calloused that we don't even feel anything anymore when it happens, that we just go, oh well, just another one. No, they are very upsetting factors, but then the upset we need to let it inspire us to then define what it is that we really want instead. Okay? So, we see people being killed. What do we want instead? Well, we could say, oh, well, we don't want people to get killed. Okay, unfortunately, when we create things, the elements in the universe that permit us to create things, the intelligences that come together, don't listen to a no to a negative. It will construct whatever concept it is, whether we're against it or we're for it. So instead of making these strong emotional filled images of what we don't want, we need to let it inspire us. And again, it's okay to be upset. I too have felt very upset. As a matter of fact, the first few days I felt in a twilight zone of constant, like a roller coaster of emotions, sadness. I feel for the families. I mean, that's the 3-year-old child that is left behind of the two police officers, husband and wife, who got brutally killed in Paris just a few days ago, and leaving their 3-year-old son behind. That's upsetting. So we need to then begin to define, what do we want instead? Well, are we seeing images of leadership in place who addresses these issues? Rather than hoping somebody will be president or somebody will be the minister of defense, or how about seeing it before it already happens and seeing these people be wise people, not politically bought people, purchased people. No, people that from the heart are real, and when action is needed, dare to speak up. But also people who take time to pray and meditate on the wisdom and the beauty and the things that we really want. Dr. Ben Carson is definitely one of those individuals that guides us towards that. And I think with Donald Trump, everything I know from people who know him personally, yes, he is not what the media tries to portray him as. They're trying to say he's a crazy radical, he is not. He's actually a very decent human being, a very contemplative, and some of you may not even believe me in saying this, contemplative meaning he's a thinking individual. We've seen him in a reactive fight. The fight for presidentship is unfortunately a very bloody fight, especially if you're up against criminals who are trying to prevent you from even having a chance at presidentship. But the coming to see a life where life is being respected, coming to see you as part of a society that finally can operate without violence. Now let's not be naive. If people come on our terrain and violently want to destroy us, we have to defend ourselves. But to go out and do violent acts obviously is not a constructive way to build all the wonders that human interaction and human life can offer us. We need to begin to develop images of people that receive their education, that fully can develop them. To see images of people vibrantly enjoying good health naturally, without being medicated, without being cut up in surgery. Instead, through good nutrients, through pure air, pure water, that we re-establish vitality and good immunity. To see us explore our deeper talents, our unique talents, whether you're a dancer, or whether you're a teacher, or whether you're a doctor, or whether you're a painter, or whether you want to play the violin, or whether you're a chef and you want to cook. To see society become that, people who are eager to bring out the very best in themselves and can't wait to share that with others. And of course, then you do get compensated for that, because you deserve to be paid abundantly for that. Not only with money, but with respect and gratitude. And naturally, that is a society where you then wish nothing more for everyone else to discover their own capacities. Ultimately, with the VIP team, you want to know what the objective is with the VIP team, just in case you think it is a money game. It is not a money game, and no, it is not a Ponzi, and it is not a pyramid, and it is none of these silly things that people, I guess, who don't know or don't even look, mistake us for, or might mistake us for. It is a complete system that will provide some of the finest education, some of the finest wisdom teachings from around the world and through the generations. And we will share it in abundance, and we will share it in a simplicity that it can be understood. As a matter of fact, when you will take the time to evaluate the AHHH meditation, you will see this is very simple. Actually, I can assure you, the challenge will be, how can something that simple be that powerful? And then we tend to do this, the deal of, if it was that powerful, if it really did work, everybody would be using it. Well, you're right. We should. The challenge is most people don't even know it exists. And even the ones who do realize that it might exist, they don't believe in themselves or in the tool that it could work for them. So, do yourself a favor, experiment with it, put it to the test, challenge yourself and challenge the tool. And then let's all develop the imagery of a wonderful economy, of a wonderful social interaction in all the different countries, and an interaction between the different cultures where we can love each other, respect each other, learn from each other, and be willing to exchange with each other. That is a world worth leaving behind for our children and our grandchildren and their children. Thank you for letting me share this message. I truly did enjoy it, and give me some feedback on how you're doing with your meditations, with your manifestations. And I can't wait to hear and see some of your creations. Thank you.